Why don't you give a quick introduction of who you are and why you're doing a podcast? I'd like to know all that.
You'd like to know that?
I'd like to know all that. I might not be able to listen. They might want to know because
sure.
I'm doing a share here for you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Sean Evans. I do a podcast. This is out of my house. And I'm from home. Thanks, buddy. I'm from London, Ontario. The reason that I do this podcast is basically to break stigma. So I'm actually a certified sex coach, and I had a unfortunate...
This is why I'm here. This is actually just a therapy session.
You guys are going to see a live sex therapy session with pun star Dan Shaba.
Porn star.
That's what we're upgrading to.
We're the
tonight.
porn guys now.
The porn guys. I love it. And
that's a genuine thing that we're like thinking about doing.
The porn guys?
Yeah.
And then
like a YouTube, like a YouPorn.
What follows after that?
I don't know.
Just
the idea.
Just the idea of it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all right. That's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
The reason we do this podcast is to try to break stigma. We want sex-positive attitudes. We want people to be open, authentic, and talk about the way that they feel. We don't care if we drop F-bombs. We don't care if we talk about mental health. That's a big thing. I lost my best friend and roommate to suicide a year and a half ago. And the reason that we called it Sex and Suicide is to break down that stigma and to let people know that it's okay to talk about these things. We like to call it the authentic siege on the bullshit on social media, the highlight reels.
Okay, I like that.
And that's kind of where we're going with this. So tonight, the reason I have Dan on the show is because we're both very, I mean, you guys might not know this about Dan, but his mindset is on another level. And I know that just from talking to you for the last...
man.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
So, but you don't know, all you see is sort of this successful guy with, 300,000 likes on your personal Facebook page.
Right.
Over 1 million on you and John Nani and the Pun Guys page.
The only reason there's 300,000 likes on my page is because of the teamwork.
The teamwork that
John
went into
and I
it.
have done. Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, it's all about collaboration. Would you not
Right.
agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like, what you guys are going to learn tonight, and we also have my co-host Brandon Ferris. So, for those of you who are new to the show tonight, Brandon also had a podcast called the Cabin Podcast in London, Ontario.
Yep.
And Brandon is going to be moving into my house, and we're going to be doing a podcast together. And Brandon has known Dan for how many years?
Got to be at least 15.
Yeah, approaching there for sure.
Got to be close to 15
Yeah.
years.
15 years?
Just, well, I met... Actually,
14 too many.
No. Well, I met you technically in high school one night.
I went to high school?
Well, I was in high school.
We're
I
gonna
was
get
in high
into that.
school, and then I met you at some house, and you showed me some of your lyrics.
Right.
And then we met later on in life.
Right. I went to high school for a week.
Good for you.
Tell me about that, man. Like, tell me
That
the
week?
Dan Stab, the Dan Stab.
Dan Staba.
Here
What? Should I be nervous?
I'm robbing now too. The Dan Shaba story, man. Like, I didn't know this about you because Brandon had already told me that you were an amazing video editor at one point in time. So I just kind of assumed that you went to school for video editing. And you said, man, last week we talked. You said, I didn't even go to high school, or I didn't finish high school.
I didn't finish high school. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I guess that's the more accurate way to put it.
Yeah, I went to high school. Didn't like it.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
And just thought... I'm a big fan of just learning what I think you want to learn,
right?
You know, and I think I was actually just having this conversation about just the school system in general.
Yeah,
we're getting people to learn things they don't really want to learn,
right?
And we focus on what they're not good at.
Absolutely.
They come home and it's like A in math, A in history, A in science, and then phys ed's a D, and they're like, what happened to phys ed?
Right.
And they just focus on that. It's like, you got to get better at phys ed. No. They should never do phys ed again.
Right.
And I just didn't agree with that. And I thought, if I want to learn what I want to learn, it didn't mean that I wasn't, disciplined or wanted to learn. I just wanted to learn on my terms. So I went to the school of Google.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you describe it as?
Skoogle.
No shit.
That's it now. Skoogle.
So your whole story is basically follow your passion and don't worry about the bullshit. Like, and it obviously worked out for you. Are you kind of saying to kids, don't
drop out?
Yeah,
drop out. Look, forget what your mom said.
How you know? Rainbow the Star?
Yeah. No, not necessarily that. There's a place for it. Obviously, we need scholastic education. You need to know how to count. You need to know basic math.
Sure.
Well, it helps you with interacting with other people, too.
Absolutely.
And learning relationships, right?
But there's changes that I would make.
Okay.
Small changes. I would say, like,
I do too.
Instead of giving Charlotte's Web as the book, I would give, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Sure.
I would make that change.
That's
and I think you do that and you'll see like an instant 20% decrease in crime.
You think so?
I would think so. Yeah.
Really?
So you can understand why somebody's talking the way that they're talking and feeling the way they are, and if you can, the moment you can see that and acknowledge it, you might react differently than if you didn't know.
Right.
Right.
So where did you get this mindset that you have? Because after we've been talking, you have a focus on sort of spirituality in a sense and meditation. You also have a very positive outlook and try to, and we preach it on here all the time. We preach that you should always focus on what you can be grateful for rather than the things that you don't have.
Right.
And how did you, I mean, I know you've had some tough times in your life. Just briefly talking to you, can we get into detail on some of the things? Of
course, yeah.
So let's start with when you were younger, and at one point, how did you make ends meet? Like, how was there ever a time where you didn't think you were going to eat?
Yeah, that was a nightly thing. So I grew up. Yeah, I grew up. The majority of my life was spent in group homes and foster homes, living on the streets. I was in and out of Salvation Armies. You know, a lot of people don't know this. I was in and out of jail.
Really?
And that's not necessarily me being a bad guy. I was just hanging around the wrong people. I'd be the guy holding the screwdriver or something, you know, not really knowing what to do, but being forced kind of to fit in there.
Right.
Luckily for me, I had those experiences and turned them around.
Yeah.
Really?
Just based on influences that I had that I was fortunate and lucky enough to have. But a very interesting childhood growing up that's now led me to want to give back actually to that community.
Right.
Long term, I'd like to start maybe my own type of, not necessarily group home or foster home, but service, maybe some sort of speaking to get in there and talk to those kids.
That's right. That's great.
Right.
Yeah.
And what would you say?
That'd be the why, I
what would
guess.
you say when you get in there and talk to those kids? What would be your message?
I think the first thing would be
Drop out. We've already established.
yeah. Don't go to school, kids. That's the answer.
Come in here.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of times they just don't hear a lot of positivity to begin with. They don't focus on the successful stories that are out there. So
Right.
I would just want to give them a story and be able to relate with them exactly how they feel. There's nothing worse than a non-smoker telling you how to quit smoking.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it's that sort of thing. Somebody
Right.
that's literally been in their shoes.
Yeah.
That can
You can
explain
relate to
how to
them.
walk.
Yeah.
In that
Empathy.
form. Yeah.
Empathy,
Totally.
yeah.
And that
Huge
kind of
part.
understanding. Yeah.
No kidding. So when you were younger, you went through this tough time. How did you develop that positive mindset? Like, how did you pull yourself away from it? You said you realized it relatively quickly, but how?
That's something I've been asked several times, and I can only, the only thing I can suggest is that there was just that innate feeling that I knew there was something better. I knew there was something more. I felt like I had something to offer, and I just wasn't going to deny that. And I think a lot of people feel that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But they just don't always, act on it, whether it's a belief or whatever. And I remember the first motivational video that ever got sent to me, and it was Earl Nightingale.
Okay.
The Strangest Secret. I don't know if it's now The Secret, which you see, it's been very it's very modern. It's kind of been,
Overdone a little.
it's overdone, marketed, overly marketed.
Yeah.
But the fundamentals of that are essentially true. I would have to agree with them a lot. And the moment that I heard that, it really changed a lot more for me and I just acted on what he said. You can go to YouTube right now. Don't do it now.
Watch our video.
Watch this video. Do it after. But Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret, and he's got the voice. This guy's got the voice of God.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Is it the same in the sense that it's all based on the law of attraction, or is there a little bit of a difference there?
Essentially, it's just you become what you think about, and gives you 1,000 different reasons as to what that is. Now, the other secret will tell you the same thing, but he gets more into the action side of it.
Right.
But naturally, if you're thinking about doing something, you're more likely to do it. You're more likely to act on it. So there's just certain things that I just still do to this day. Like, by the time this podcast is over, there'll be 3 reminders that have gone on that are just reminding me to be in a certain state, or to be to be grateful of something.
Yeah.
To just because it'll take a half hour before you forget what you just listened to, right?
Right.
Some sort of weird study showed that it's a matter of within a week. If you go see Tony Robbins, you go see Unleash the Power Within.
Yeah.
You see some crazy, life changing, and then within a week you just forget like 90% of what
absolutely
no retention.
Yeah, because we're not because we're just overloaded with shit.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Absolutely.
Shit, right?
It is shit, most of it,
Terrible.
It's
right?
shit.
Yeah.
And news and like Facebook
Negative
crap,
bullshit. Yeah.
friends that are just
Negative.
in the wrong realm. So it's just so important to write things down and review them weekly and have a disciplined daily focus on it. Well, that's what I do anyways.
So you're your own coach.
Yeah,
ultimately.
you can definitely do it. You don't need to hire all these therapists and drugs and all this. You can do this yourself.
Right. So what is it that, like, tell me what you put in your phone that reminds you. Like, how does that
go through it if you want to see?
I think it'd be kind of
This'll be
cool.
good.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Yeah.
I think
So one that literally just popped up.
I just saw 3 of them right there.
Yeah. So the other two I'm not going to mention.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
They are still good, but cannot mention those.
Cannot mention them. Fair enough.
So first thing in the morning, the one that goes off here, I don't know if you can see it. It just simply says smile.
smile.
It says,
good for
simply
you.
says smile.
Yeah.
I think we take smiling for granted.
Right.
We really do.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And the brain doesn't know any difference. You could be in a terrible mood, but if you smile, it's like, oh, he's happy.
Yeah.
Well, let's send that out.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
and then now it's weird. The more that I've been doing this for about a year, every time I smile a little bit harder and longer to the point where it's almost kind of weird. Like I'll be in the morning, like just reading it, like, like
You lose your mind. Yeah.
like it becomes
Yeah.
it's like an anchor to just be happy.
Right. That's right.
You know, and then you might look like a lunatic, but at least I'm happy.
Yeah.
And
cool.
that's the thing though, is that Tony Robbins actually does say that if you start faking your laugh, you can't help but actually turn that into a real
Real
laugh.
laughter. Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
I've
If
seen that,
you do it long enough. So
Totally, man.
If we just looked at each other, we should try that at the end of the podcast. Just like we're all fake laughing at each other until it catches.
Yeah, they have those laughing yoga things. Have you seen
Yeah.
that where you like put your head on someone's belly
was-
and it goes in like a circle or something?
No, I have not
In
seen
an
No,
episode of Kenny vs. Spenny, the first one to laugh loses, and Spenny takes Kenny to a laughing group.
Really?
Where he brings them in there, and everyone starts laughing. Kenny's almost losing it. He's like, "What is going on here?"
I haven't
And he
seen that
leaves.
one.
He leaves the room, but it was a ploy.
That's amazing.
because they have
Yeah.
it's a laughing group. They just go to this house, like an
Yeah.
old Victorian, and they just laugh.
Yeah,
Just
that's
laugh.
good.
That's awesome,
You
man.
know, well, laughter's the cure for illness, typically, right? Like,
Well, it's
they
the
believe
best
that,
medicine,
yeah.
they say, right?
For sure.
Sure. Yeah. And when you put these reminders in your phone, how often do you do it? Have you just put them all in? Did you put them in one day and decide like this is what I want for every day?
Yeah, so I have daily ones that are going off.
Yeah.
Usually about 6 or 7 that are in there. But the moment it's weird. I always find it weird when somebody goes, it asks you. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, Sean, remind me. I got to pick up that.
Yeah.
coconut oil."
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Why?
You have a phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have Siri.
And a
Yeah.
brain.
That you literally, a lot of people don't know this, but you could just literally go,
Remind me.
Remind me to take a dump at 4 p.m. tomorrow, and it'll do that.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're sitting
Dan,
there asking.
don't forget to take a poop today.
Yeah.
Is that a reminder you typically put in your phone?
Is that the one
Yeah,
you
yeah,
hid
yeah.
from us?
Yeah.
There's 2 I'm not going to say. 1 to pee, 1 to poo.
Right.
Does it
Yeah.
say pun potty?
Yeah. So there's those that just need to be done, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the
For
daily
sure.
ones that change over time. If I feel like maybe I've conditioned myself to
Right.
remember that, because there's
Right.
some that you do it long enough and then it's just a part of you. You just kind of feel it and remember
Right.
it. But another one is a goal of income
Right.
that I want to make in a monthly basis.
Sure.
Monthly. Okay.
A monthly basis.
Yeah.
Another one that I think is very easy to know, but I had lost it for a little while, and I'll just bring it back. Sometimes if you read a book, you ever notice if you read
Right.
that same book like 5 years from now,
It's different.
It's like somebody rewrote the book.
Totally
Because
different.
you
Yeah.
see it with different eyes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You're a different person.
man.
You're a different person reading it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm a
It's Darren
highlighter.
Hardy. That's Darren Hardy's kind of line. I don't want to take credit for
Sure,
that.
that's
but that's
fine.
the truth.
Name
Like,
drop.
Well, the thing is, I'm a highlighter when I read. I highlight thinking that I'll retain it better if I'm like, oh, that's important. And then
Yeah.
when I go back to read it, I'm like, why the fuck did
Did
I
I
think
highlight
that was
that?
important?
Yeah.
Like, I would never.
What was I
highlight-
thinking? Yeah.
Exactly.
I actually just printed off the book that you sent me.
Best year ever.
Best year ever.
Darren Hardy.
And that was what Jeff Leeson talked
Yeah,
about
Jeff-
as well.
Jeff
I printed
brought
it
that
off.
up too.
I printed it
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Absolutely life-changing.
Yeah.
Life-changing program. If you stick with it. I've given that program to a lot of people, Jeff being one of them.
He used it, by the
He
way.
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And you know what?
He's a different person.
He's the first person that I've given this to maybe 20, 25 people.
As you said, yeah.
And he's the first one that's went the full year without stopping.
He's
Really?
He's
Other than me, I did it.
He's a
Yeah.
different
But I
person.
forced myself. I mean, it sucks. You think, it's only 10 minutes a day.
Right.
But,
It
there's
adds up.
that night where you're just like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Well, it's the
Just
same-
not doing it.
It's the
And
same
you
thing.
have to do
But
it.
how did that kid drop out of school? How did that person drop out of school?
Just different influences.
Yeah.
Different people around your life. Yeah, that's true.
But would you say that self-development was your passion, or was it something that got you into that? Because we talked a little bit about Body by Vi, I think it is.
Right, yeah. With Visalis and all that.
Yeah, Visalis and everything. And is that the same thing that I'm talking about?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
And it's multi-level marketing.
Right.
And I've been in it as well, and I know that a lot of that is focused on personal development.
Yeah. That's essentially what it is.
Did you get
to its core? It's what it is.
Right. Absolutely. It's creating leaders, right?
That helped me so much because at that time, before that even came into play, I'd already kind of got into personal development slightly. Yeah. But then when you join a company like that, it just takes you to another level.
Yeah.
You just find so many people that you want to be like. And,
right.
If you find somebody you want to be like, study what they do. And then when you realize what they do, you're like, oh, it takes work to be that fucking guy.
Sure. Yeah, no kidding.
But I want what they want, so let's do what they do. So you just force yourself, as long as your why is super, super strong. So that company definitely helped out, and part of the reasons why I do these reminders.
Right.
It was something that I used to
there?
Something I actually came up with while I was there to help my team at that time.
Really?
Yeah, and
so you became someone that developed skills to help your team build.
Right. Yeah.
And you use those today in other areas.
Right. All the skills learned from multi-level marketing will help you in every area of your life.
Right.
Network marketing has a stigma behind it,
absolutely,
and rightfully so, because unfortunately, when you're working with people, you're working with people.
Yeah.
And not all people are dope.
No.
Right.
No.
So they will do the wrong thing, or they'll do exactly the opposite of maybe what we suggest.
Right.
And then it gets a bad rap that way
because they start complaining that they didn't make any money.
They didn't make any money, or they didn't do it right, or they
fault.
were very dishonest. Yeah. And they're just trying to recruit anybody, and it's not for everyone.
Right. No.
But I highly recommend everyone to give it a try initially, just because you're going to find out who you are.
Right. Right.
Fast.
Is that something that you jumped into right after high school? Like, what did you do when you stopped school? What was your plan? And what?
No, so high school was still even after that was a struggle. I spent a lot of time on welfare. I was on welfare like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, I still didn't know which direction I was going down, and it was just a long line of just trying to figure it out.
You were a starving artist.
Yeah, I was doing music as well.
Is that what you were trying to do? Is like develop your voice?
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
So a lot of music,
and
then working. And then the dead end 9 to 5s, and then back to welfare, and then working at a call center, and then back to welfare, and then just this just cycle of not growing,
unhappiness.
Yeah, just because you're not growing, you're not becoming someone different.
Right.
You're expecting something different every time you try.
Yeah.
But without actually growing, it's not going to work.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we do this?
Yeah.
It's been staring. I didn't bring this, by the way.
What's that?
I didn't bring this. It's right here, acting like I brought it.
No.
But I came here and it was here.
You're the guest of honor. I know you like tequila, so
I appreciate that, man.
You're very welcome.
You're the maid of honor tonight.
Let's pour you a shot here. Let's pour you both a shot.
You know what makes me feel comfortable about doing, like, we're talking here about like motivation and like being healthy and living the right life.
And then we're doing a shot.
And now we're doing a shot tequila. But I think that there is a nice little balance. And I recently found out that The Rock, he likes to do 2 shots of tequila, before he sleeps or with his meal. You'll constantly see it on his Instagram.
He's Samoan though. He's a savage.
He is.
He will drink deer blood if he needs to.
What? But see, I'll just pretend that I'm The Rock, and then
you're more a Vin Diesel guy though.
Yeah.
You got that a lot.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Yeah.
You do, yeah. Skinny Vinny.
Skinny Vinny. That's good.
Yeah.
I never knocked on nobody.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was you, Toretto.
Here. You know what? I'm gonna join you just for the
as a water shot.
As a water shot.
Scared me.
No. I'm not grabbing the tequila.
I'm not gonna do the chase.
For anyone new watching, I don't drink. Over a year and a half sober now. It was November 23rd. I don't feel like doing the math, but I stopped.
November 23rd of when?
2015.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're coming up on 2 years.
Coming up on 2 years.
Wow. What are we going to celebrate?
I was going to say 3, and that was going to be...
No, I know.
Like an idiot.
I can't even do the math.
I know.
Right now.
It's like...
It's been a long day.
18 months.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Made that up.
But you're just confident.
Salut.
Well, cheers to you guys. And,
cheers to your success.
Yeah.
You guys too, man.
Sure, absolutely.
Cheers to this.
You guys did tap it. Oh, you
guys. Oh, it wasn't in my mouth.
There we go. Oh, I feel it already, guys. I'm so fucked. It's gonna be a fucked up night.
Quick story: in high school, we gave a girl water instead of a vodka with mix, and she was pretending she was drunk.
Yeah.
We didn't tell her. She's like, oh my God, I'm so drunk. I'm like, no, you're not.
I think it'd be better to do it the other way.
To give what?
She's expecting water, but gets vodka.
Hey, April Fools.
Yeah. He so wants to be the guy that just like breaks
Ruins his life.
Your dream.
Yeah.
Just, hey, it's going to go viral. I'll have to find somewhere else to live, but it's going to go viral.
Next week. Next week's podcast.
I could never
a
do
day
that.
late.
I could never do
then
that.
Then it's 2 days late.
But
and then you never do it anymore.
Exactly.
I would love to be present if one day you decide to, you know what, I will have a beer.
Well, one day
A celebratory beer.
The reason that I stopped drinking was because I was using it as a
Gateway.
self-medicate. It wasn't. It was a gateway, I suppose, to other drugs.
Sorry.
But it was a self-medicating to sort of deal with the anxiety and depression that I didn't know how to deal with. And I don't know if you've ever been on. Have you ever been on an anti-anxiety or antidepressant medication?
Never been on the medication. Was supposed to be on it. Struggled with it all my life. Actually,
Really?
Yeah, a lot.
Which
a lot
one?
of anxiety.
A lot of anxiety.
A lot of anxiety. Yeah, like to the point where.
Not anymore, though, eh?
Not anymore.
No,
No.
I've
Well,
seen it
kind of
gone.
calm that down through meditation and just personal
Same.
growth and
Which
just
I'd like to talk
understanding
about.
what
Yeah.
anxiety is.
Yeah.
And then lots and health has a lot to do with that. Food has a lot to do with that stuff too.
Yeah. Food, sleep.
One thing you don't know
exercise.
about Dan is that, so when I met him 15 years ago, and I'm going to just go ahead and say this because
Sure.
I know you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Dan was a really unhealthy guy. And
Super,
I mean mentally, and not only mentally unhealthy as in you're mentally ill, but in a sense where you had a really negative attitude towards a lot of things.
For sure.
And especially himself. And
Yeah.
He was negative towards his music. He was negative towards what he wanted to do. He just hated things. Oh, I hate that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't do that.
Well, it's a lot of that's anxiety, though.
Yeah,
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
And then he was you're about 230 pounds.
Yeah, I hit
Soft.
220.
Soft.
Yeah.
Not hard. Soft. You were soft. And then Visalis was actually that's probably one of the things that turned it all around. Is your
Yeah,
life,
it really was.
changed his life.
Yeah.
And he's now a health freak. Like we know, we went to your cottage. And had a great time.
Yeah.
And this guy was doing not laps, but like he was doing swimming sprints in the water.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I couldn't get my balls in the water because I'm fucking.
I know you could. This guy
But
couldn't even get in.
It was terrible. But
it sucked, but like,
yeah, but that's it. Yeah.
That's the whole thing. You know that being cold is actually good for you.
Good for your body.
It's good for you. A cold
Yep.
shower is better than a hot one. We've
Yep.
known that for thousands of years.
Yeah. Has it been thousands of years?
We've known
Wim
this.
Hof,
Yeah,
buddy.
we've known it for a while.
We've known,
Yeah.
maybe not for thousands of years. I've known for thousands of years.
Yeah, of course you have. A wise one.
In my last 10
Damn it!
lifetimes.
Stop saying you're that old. I've talked about this.
Yeah. But we know this, yet we repudiate it.
Back to what we were talking about this with who he was.
Yeah.
So then Dan, when he left high school, you said you're looking for something. He found music. Is
Yeah.
what he did.
Yeah.
And I'll say it right now. You're extremely talented, linguistic, and artist. I always thought that.
Appreciate
That's how we
that.
met.
Yeah.
I became a fan first,
Yeah. Sure.
and then became friends.
Right.
And that's and that you be so passionate about music that he has such a high attention to detail mindset that it's actually baffling.
Right.
Like we were in the car the other day, and he's like, "I didn't like that. It's too high. I don't like it in my ears."
Right.
He didn't like it.
Yeah, the
There was sound.
EQ
So
or
you're
something.
still
was
a
and
off.
little
just-
bit of a perfectionist, a little bit?
Oh,
No, well,
massively.
Yeah.
Well, that still comes
Massively.
out in the video editing for
Yeah.
even if it's
Right.
a supermarket
It's paying off.
pun video. I mean,
Right.
whatever it is, all that is
Or our video.
or our video.
Yeah, he was so
Yeah.
particular about that.
Yeah, you're like the audio's fine. I'm like the audio's shit.
Really?
The audio was dump.
Like,
we
oh,
had
yeah,
we had an issue because I don't know exactly what happened for one of the camera angles. The mic just decided to pick up all this noise that
Really?
wasn't there for the other.
It was my air conditioner.
No, it wasn't that.
Wasn't that?
It wasn't that. No, because an air conditioner, it would be like a light muffle, but this was like right by the mic. You could tell it was like
Right.
shh, had this constant
Right.
shh in there. So
Really?
yeah. So I got one of my close buddies that we were doing music with. I said, man,
Yeah.
you got to fix this for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clone Z. The guy's
I
amazing,
remember
by the way.
Dimitri.
Yeah, Dimitri, man.
The Gateway.
yeah,
the
he helped
Gateway.
he helped me record that track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
There's a lot
That's
of
so
stuff that I'm
funny.
going to play for you later on. That you'll be surprised.
Perfect.
You'll actually be surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd be
I would
surprised
wanna
at
hear
why
it,
I don't
for
do it.
sure.
Not that he's talented, but just for who he is now to what he was rapping about in his. It's a really
Yeah.
big contrast.
Is it?
Right.
But the drive
Yeah,
is
yeah.
still there.
So,
Yeah.
so would you say that all the punning came out of your
100%.
It did.
100%.
So
The album was called Extorting English.
extorting English.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I'm on
you
the
were,
album.
So
I'm on
you
the
were
album.
working. Were you?
Not musically, or thanks.
Oh,
You were in the
okay,
thanks.
okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
That's
Well, he was
fucking
my
awesome.
only fan.
Right.
So I had to thank my only
yeah,
fan.
it's okay. And here we are.
And look at how many you
And
have
it
now.
paid off.
yeah.
It's like me at a concert. Yeah, by myself. Yeah, it was a good time.
So in these Was it always rap? Like, was it right off the get-go, was it rap that you wanted to...
It was rap initially.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of rap. And then it kind of veered off into parodies. And then we started doing...
Can't Remember.
I remember that. We started doing some techno tracks. And we would do whatever sounded good and felt good. Whatever we were feeling that morning.
Right. It was, Can't Remember is still to this day. And Bad Day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to post the links underneath.
Yeah, do it for that.
They're still, to this day, I enjoy them.
Right.
I really do actually authentically enjoy them. They're good. They're so catchy.
Appreciate that, man.
They're so catchy. Yeah. I was in the goddamn video.
So you must love it.
We went to Toronto.
Yeah.
We went to Toronto. We were in the video. Well, we were friends at this point. I was past a fan. I was a friend. I wasn't blowing them. But
don't watch the video. By the way,
don't watch it.
I think I deleted it.
Remember my hair?
No.
So I was.
You had hair?
I was thinning. Yeah. So at this point, I was thinning.
Thinning.
They're dancing. They're like, dance. I'm like, all right, cool. And they're like, oh, you got to go to the back. I'm like, fuck you. I was thinning.
We can't have that hairline.
It started.
Fuck you.
It started shining off the light.
Don't worry, man. I'm on my way there.
Zoli has that.
I am too, but
Zoli recorded that. Zoli recorded that.
Did he?
I fucking swearing at the girl.
I never saw
that.
Fuck
you, and I went to the back.
That's
great.
Awesome.
That was a fun time.
If we could find that'd be hilarious too.
Zoli will send it to
That'd
me.
be cool.
For sure. Yeah.
So when you were rapping back in the day, I mean, he said your attitude was negative, and I think it was a lot of anxiety and a lot of just being lost. Were you?
Good word.
Yeah.
Lost.
Were you rapping about the negative, shitty experiences that you'd gone through in your life, or because you had a few, right? Like obviously, we've gone through them already.
Yeah. So you'll be able to tell through the album that there is anger there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anger.
Who are you angry at?
No, just I mean, now you'll realize after you study meditation and stuff, it's just your own ego it's you. Yeah.
Right.
But at that time, I would be angry, maybe at my parents. Right. I'd be angry at the system. I just realized that
right now. That's actually so
just
cool
angry,
for me to realize.
Angry at the world, for being in a situation that you're in blame mode.
Right.
Victim mentality sort of thing. And then you take yourself out of that.
Yeah. And then you start
put the onus on you. 100% ownership is on you, and that's when everything changes. And you stop looking out the window. You start looking in the mirror, right?
Yeah,
and you see what you can improve on.
Absolutely.
Everybody's looking out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Quit looking out the window.
Listen to MJ, man. Start with the man in the mirror.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, not the man outside of the window.
Exactly. Exactly.
Gonna make a change.
It's a great song. I love that song. Could you, in your music, could you pinpoint the moment in time when you
just saw that? Like,
where the fuck did that vibe come from?
We're in the Sahara Desert.
I know.
We try to be all serious.
We had to turn the air conditioner off, so it's sweaty in here, and these fucking flies are coming out.
There was a split second where your eyes went whoomp and crossed, and that was it for me. That was perfect.
That was so good.
Oh, that's so good.
It is the Sahara Desert here, though. By the way, I'm sweltering.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a hot day out there. We're on the 3rd floor, right?
We'll cut this scene out. You're like, I don't want to be a guest.
Why are all these big guys sick?
Why are they all sweating? And then by the end of it, why are they all topless? Why are they naked?
Right.
Yeah. So, can you pinpoint the moment in your music when you started taking responsibility for your actions? Did you start rapping differently and stop blaming? Like what changed in your music?
You know what? It would still be after. It'd be after the music.
Right.
It was, there was a slight piece. Does that happen again?
No. I'm sorry.
There'd be maybe a slight piece near the end of like the last couple songs that we would make.
Right.
This guy. But realistically, nothing became. I didn't become more aware until after. It was really it was kind of Vi that started it all for me.
Really?
It was really Vi.
I think at that point you had stopped music.
I was done. Yeah.
You retired.
I wasn't doing music for a long time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It just wasn't working the way that I wanted it to, and there's a lot of stigma obviously associated with rap, and every show that we would do, like we were doing some good stuff. We were opening for Classify. We were with Belly, and we were doing those kind of shows.
So you were doing pretty good.
We were doing all right. Yeah. We were known around the city for some of the music that we were doing. But the what comes with hip hop a lot these days is a lot of negativity, and so you're around a lot of unconscious people that just want to fight you,
right?
or people want to fight each other when they're at the show, and I just always felt like that just wasn't exactly what I wanted to kind of be around. So then we started doing Techno music.
Right.
And comedy. Parodies.
We were doing comedy. We were doing parodies, and that's kind of where.
It was poppy. It wasn't techno. It was pop. It was
Yeah,
pop.
yeah. No, it was pop. It was definitely like trancey or
What
house.
What made you decide that you were now a funny guy? You went from these negative experiences and being, according to one of your buddies here, a pretty negative dude.
Yeah.
To being a comedian. How did that transition happen?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think everybody's got a little bit of comedy within them. Everybody likes to laugh. Even
if you're joking about the negative shit you've been through, it's a way to turn that around.
Yeah. There's always a silver lining.
Absolutely.
There's always a way to find it funny.
Absolutely.
Find yourself hilarious in all ways. But if you listen to the music, a lot of the lines, a lot of the punchlines. What is that?
No, because I think he's hilarious, right? And I know you find yourself hilarious.
I fucking kill myself.
Yeah, I know, because I love it.
I'm the funniest guy I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm the funniest guy. I'll be at home and laughing at my own thing.
The funniest part of your videos for me, and you got to follow him on Snapchat, by the way. Follow all
Instagram, actually.
Oh, Instagram.
So Instagram would be, just quickly, it'd be BFERRISS.
Okay, that's
3 S's.
Okay,
terrible Snapchat.
But my favorite.
That.
Yeah, my favorite.
That's my Instagram.
Okay, fix that anyway.
Yeah. Snapchat.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
It's even worse.
But anyway, the best part about your videos is when you stop them and then you laugh at them like during the video.
Yeah.
That's what catches me.
It's fun, man. Genuine laughter.
And it's the same.
His Snapchat stories are fucking hilarious.
They are funny.
Go see them.
I will say I'm proud of my Snapchat.
Yeah.
But you know what? The reason why I'm proud of it
You're
is
so good with those filters.
people
dude.
stop me and they say, "Man, you're fucking hilarious. You make my day." I'm like,
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all I want. As long as I'm making someone happy.
No money.
Yeah. I don't like money. But
Yeah.
what's money?
Don't
if
say
you're
that's all
unhappy?
you want.
No, but
You're
what's
right.
money if you're unhappy?
Well, they don't.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were happy before money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just what's happiness though? Really, what is happiness?
Freedom.
Freedom of what?
Bullshit.
It's just freedom from your mind. I think that's happiness.
You just say mom.
Happiness is just from your mom.
Oh, you said freedom from your mom.
Freedom from your mom. Freed mom. No, you got to. I think happiness to me is just enjoying every minute that you're in, regardless of regardless of what it is.
And trying to be appreciative of the present moment.
Yeah,
I think,
which is what you guys spoke to me about on the trip.
Any moment you're unhappy, you're just pretty much operating in some sort of fear that's probably not real. That's either in the past or future. That's not affecting your actual moment.
Right. Absolutely.
You take yourself away from that, then you'll probably be happy. So
absolutely,
you throw me in jail with the stab wound, and I'll find a way to be happy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
And you clearly sort of went through everything that you did, and it seems like you tried a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And then you started the personal development. That seemed to be working. You changed your mindset, and then the next step was the puns. Or how did you guys decide on this idea? It seemed like you're kind of throwing things at the wall to see what would stick. Is that kind of?
They've been doing puns for 15 years.
We've been doing punchline and the music. So this is kind of how that worked.
I had to deal with it for fucking.
We were doing if you listen to the music, there's gonna be a lot of those style puns within the songs. The problem was it's behind music, it's rapped, so it's maybe not as easy to catch. People are missing it.
Sure.
So then it was just kind of, you know what? Why don't we just? We got together one day. He came back from Edmonton to London. We're like,
say who? Say yeah.
We went to
him,
Jesse.
Yeah.
John, of course.
Yeah.
And we just like let's go to the supermarket and see how millennial we can make this.
Right.
Because we had fun. We would do stuff like that. We never thought of recording it.
Right.
So many times you hear people saying, "Man, we should record this."
Yeah.
Or we should do that. We should. And there's just a lot of shooting, what
Yeah.
Tony Robbins would call shooting on yourself. Shooting all over yourself. And then never actually doing it. You so many people would be more successful or more famous or get what they want, whatever that is, if they actually just did the damn thing.
Right, absolutely.
And just do it.
Instead of talking about it.
We just said, you know what, let's do it. Let's go so we go to the supermarket and we did what we did in our music with grocery store items, and it was a lot easier to catch. Throw some subtitles on there, a couple laughing emojis, big black bars, and boom, million views in 24 hours. And we were just sitting there like, holy
unbelievable.
fuck.
That's unreal.
I couldn't believe it. Like, didn't think that for in the world.
How long ago was that now?
October. That's just October.
Just recently.
Yeah.
So you've skyrocketed, and like, tell me some of the opportunities that have come your way since doing that one. It was just the one video that caught right away.
It was that video, and then
Spontaneous.
Yeah, that one really took it off. But once we did the supermarket puns, we thought, maybe we have something here. So we did a #2, which then got picked up by the Uni Lads and the Lad Bibles,
which is my favorite. I love that one.
Which really did well, which skyrocketed our page.
Right.
And then I'm touching you.
Keep touching me.
Well, sorry, man, you're so close.
Okay. I know. Sorry, my mic.
Right.
Yeah, that's skyrocketed that, and then we did. We wanted to switch the style up, so we did the spontaneous style where we're sitting together reading random words, and then that one hit. That one went to 50 million.
Wow!
And then when that happens, now like what your original question was, is people start reaching out to you and they want to be a part of it. They want to help you. Like the good thing is because awesome. What we were doing was so genuine and so fun, they just want to be a part of it in some way and help us in any way. And that's when. I got a message from Gina out in LA, who then helped us launch our career out there. So
awesome.
We just got back. We were there for about 4 months straight. We wanted to go there for a week. Yeah. Had some good meetings with some TV networks, and there's a lot of things in the works.
Man.
And awesome. Power of social media. You know?
So when did you discover that this whole power of social media was the direction for you, and how did you utilize that? Because you obviously know. You're a bit more of a ninja than the average person on social media, right? Yeah. You're going to know what works and what doesn't.
Right now, I might know that.
But when did you start getting into it?
I've always been a fan of social media. Yeah. Even when I was in Vi, that was kind of the way I'd build my business.
Right. So it started with Vi.
I was always being creative. I always make videos, you know. Vi would have their own kind of system for the average person to do, and I would follow those. But I always just wanted to be innovative and do things kind of myself.
Sure.
So I'd make a video. I did a song for the company.
Right.
Like there was it was Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
So I wrote. We were in the shake business. Yeah, you did.
I don't know.
We were in the shake business, right?
Yeah,
that's what that was.
Sure.
So I did a song called "Scoop of Vi" instead of "Suit and Tie."
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You never saw that?
No. I'll see it after.
It's a weird video. I got hair. It's like half shaved and it's like going over. So I was always in that kind of creative kind of field because I wanted people that was maybe on the creative side or just like the comedy side. Those are the types of people I wanted to attract to the business. That's who I wanted in.
Right.
And then. So naturally, just one of the videos just got, I guess, picked up.
Right.
So I've been doing this for a long time. I just didn't expect. Yeah. The goal wasn't necessarily to try and blow up from that.
Right.
But at the same time, a goal was always like, it'd be cool to have 1 million views on something. Just 1 million would be dope.
Sure.
You know?
So the views, like the
now
views
there's 300 million.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Well, yeah. What is your number now of all the views that you have?
I've been saying 300 million for the past couple months. I might be a little higher than that if we add it all up, but it's somewhere in that area.
Almost close to $500 million.
That's wild.
Which is crazy, but I mean, but then you look at the Logan Pauls or you look at some of the other guys who get that on like one video.
Right.
And you're like, I'm no one.
Right. So this is, I think that's a really good point because it's always, it goes after, we've talked about this briefly, but likes and views are almost like a new form of currency.
They really are.
Yeah. And this is
the problem too, is it's almost a sense of like identifying yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, I got 60 likes. What did I do wrong? Do I not look good in this? Or, well, he gets 100 on his. It's like
more comparing going on.
Yeah, more comparison through likes, and it's not necessarily a healthy thing.
What is your view on social media? Like you're a guy that can obviously clearly see what's important in life, but you see all these people going after the likes, going after the views. I mean, obviously, but you're in a place where you're benefiting from that at this point in time.
Right.
But it's not something that gives you happiness, is it?
No, it's not that. What I gain happiness from, and I'm sure John would say the same thing, is the messages. It's the messages from people saying, I now have a good day when I see your video. Or, we get messages constantly that are like, my dad's going through chemo right now, and I showed him one of your videos, and it's the first time he's laughed in 6 months. Like things like that.
Awesome.
Those are the messages. That's why you do this. You may think you might be doing it for fame, or you might be doing it for money, but at the end of the day, it's all compassion and love with everybody, I think. And that's gonna be more meaningful to you than anything. Dude, I think that's what we do.
That's amazing. I love that because you always have a bigger picture than just the online presence.
No, that's just the form.
Yeah, sure. And it's just really the reach. It's just really the way to reach. So we have a surprise visitor for
wow.
you here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's finally here to have sex with me?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Team 6.
Come on and sit down. Sure.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Here, my friend.
Tiffany Blom here. Did I say that right?
Hello? Nobody can hear you.
Are we going by Blom or Blue?
Blom.
Okay.
Blom. Okay, so we're going to wreck your hair.
Put it as Bloom, and maybe she'll get
Bloom.
compared to like Orlando.
Tiffany Bloom.
This is Orlando Bloom's sister.
Do you want to turn to the camera and wave at the camera?
Where's the camera?
It's all of them.
Those three cameras. Right
Yeah,
All
there
three
you go.
cameras.
Those three cameras.
So Tiffany and Dan and Brandon all recently did a video together. So I have all of you here in front
I
of me.
see what you planned here.
What
That's
a
good.
blessed, what a blessed
Nobody knew.
individual I am. Yeah.
Good
so how are
work.
you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and
High
how
five.
you ended up in this fucking mess over here?
Yeah.
Bald ass mess we got.
Should I leave?
Yeah. No.
Get
You
it.
want to take this spot? I clearly...
No.
You sit your ass there.
You stay here. You're not going anywhere. Do another shot, actually, where we're at. Let's do one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
You want to do a tequila shot?
Oh my god, you guys are gonna kill me.
Well,
But
you-
I can't like.
You
put
can't
out
say it.
here. I got.
You have
you
to,
gotta-
yeah.
You can't
gotta-
swear. You can't swear.
Oh.
Oh, I'm totally kidding.
No, you should
I was
get
like,
going
can I
for a
say
little
puss
longer.
or like?
You can say pussy. You can say whatever you want. Actually, we prefer it.
Say it, you dirty girl.
Oh,
Do we
boy.
have? Are we? We're chasing with Diet Pepsi.
We're chasing with nothing. No,
I
we
guess
have
so.
water here.
Warm Diet Pepsi.
No, just water. Just water.
Just water.
You want to put
That's-
that aspartame in your body?
That's huge.
Not now, damn it.
Oh my god! Imagine if I like.
Right,
What are
exactly.
you doing? What are you shooting?
This is my water.
Yeah, good work.
So I could have pussed out on this shot.
You can puss out if you want
I have a
to,
bottle of tequila in
but
my
But he
hand. Now's
actually
not the
doesn't
fucking
drink.
time.
You do.
Can I do like half of a shot?
you
Yeah. What you do is you do the full thing now and then just puke up half a shot later.
Yeah. What if I legit actually? I'll just have to like run off.
Yeah.
for a
Well,
minute.
that's great. So go ahead.
You invaded
I
the
don't wanna
podcast.
embarrass
podcast. So now you're
close
doing the
the
whole
door?
shot.
This looks like it's like 2 shots though.
Yeah, it's okay.
they're about a shot and a half, I think.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
Well,
I'm
this
just.
is gonna be
no, I'm
great
just kidding.
conversation.
We'll use the
It'll
Pepto-Bismol later. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god!
All
I
right.
need.
Cheers,
I need,
guys.
I
Come
need
on.
Chase. I haven't done
You don't want
tequila
the-
yet.
Water,
goddamn
water,
bottle.
water's right there. Water's right there.
No, use the dead.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
You use whatever you want.
Gonna make a change.
Yeah.
Tiff,
I hate you guys for this. I'm like.
Tiff.
you got to cheers it. What are we cheersing to?
The video hitting 1 million views
Yeah.
between you
That's a
guys.
good one.
There's
Okay.
lots of
Nobody
type of
wants to cheers
ships,
me.
everybody.
There
The
you
best
go.
ships are friendships.
Friendships, I like it.
God.
Cheers.
Good job, guys. We're already halfway done that bottle of tequila.
That a girl.
Yeah.
Show the camera your face, Tiff.
Yeah, you're the money maker over here.
Yeah, we
I
gotta
think,
keep her
between-
sane.
No
Yeah,
offense,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
You're handsome individuals.
Nobody watched the
but-
video
Yeah.
for me and this guy.
Called us handsome.
Yeah. So how did you end up in this? How do you guys all? We know your relationship. How did you fit into this?
Well,
this threesome here.
I actually met Dan like years ago
Okay.
through a girl named Kayla. We worked at a hair salon together.
Yeah.
And he was doing music at the time, and I was doing music at the time.
Yeah.
So she kind of introduced us, and then we kind of sort of stayed in touch over the years, and then. Yeah, I saw he was in LA, and I was
If
like,
not
oh my
talking
God.
to me
You did
was
music?
staying in touch, then yeah,
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
precisely that.
Singer?
Why would I know you're a singer?
I have like a YouTube.
I saw he was in
channel.
LA,
cool.
and then I reached out.
Yeah, yeah.
I know it's not, no, I did.
That's not true.
we
I know.
already
I
had
know.
this conversation.
I know. I tease her for that, but I know
Yeah,
that's not the case.
You look
Tiff's
familiar.
a
Have I
genuinely.
seen you before?
Yeah.
No,
I wonder
Tiff's a beauty.
how many times that does happen. Though all of a sudden your Facebook address changes to LA. Like, hey, what
Yeah,
are you doing?
right,
What
right,
are you up to?
right. Yeah,
Why the fuck did you mess me when I wasn't home? Like, why would you mess me when I'm here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
home. You don't want to fucking talk?
That's not true. I did.
I know. I'm just teasing you.
This is a comedy show. Okay.
So you guys, how did the video happen? Like, how did you plan that? Was
guy.
that all you?
This guy.
I wrote it,
Yeah.
and I thought
Adapted
this
throughout
is
it.
some good. So I wrote a bunch of stuff, and
Yeah.
not everything hits. And I thought this one was pretty good. I thought this would work, and
Yeah.
these two were perfect candidates for that.
Right.
Because the people that I wanted weren't available.
Right.
So I'm just kidding.
Ouch.
I don't care. Default.
No, that wasn't the case. Definitely reached out to them, and it turned out great. It was
Did
really
turn out great.
well
Yeah.
done.
Shout out
That
my
was a
place.
lot of
I ended up being the worst actor out of all of us.
No, that's
No,
not
you
true.
weren't.
100%.
No.
They're
You weren't.
great. This guy's a natural, and she's an actual actress.
He
And
is.
I was just
You are
like, let's see
natural.
how this goes. And
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't tell you were acting at all.
Right?
She's
Yeah.
sending me auditions now. She's sending me casting calls now.
Good
Yeah,
for
it's
you,
cool.
man.
So
You all did fantastic.
which
but
is
I was-
precisely why I'm not getting them. He's getting them.
Yeah.
it's okay. Well, it said like bald guy with
Well,
beard.
you know
That's
what?
not true. That's not true.
Why?
Because we did an audition video.
We did it. We did a couple self tapes.
Good for you.
Wait a minute, what?
Good for you.
Yeah. That's what we call them.
Where was
Wait a minute, what? This is sex and suicide.
6 with me.
Yeah.
6 with me.
Yeah, 6 with me.
Touche. Well played.
Well, good for you for bringing people that you care about with
Million
you.
views,
man.
by the way.
I mean, yeah.
million views, by the way.
That's what we cheers to.
Yeah.
Where were you on that
I
one?
said ships or something stupid. I don't know.
He was focused on his joke and not listening.
Yeah.
Fucking embarrassing me live.
Yeah. So, how are you guys feeling? I mean, it's your first million views. Does it feel any different?
Not my first. Oh, it's
Not
it's
your
not
first
his
million?
first million.
No,
my-
it's you two though, right?
I feel
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I feel
most of
great.
them
Like I
have
feel amazing to be a part of it. I feel so honored to be a part of it.
Is it life changing?
No, but it drives me to make me want to get my own million.
Your own belief goes up.
Right.
My
Definitely.
own million
For
Yeah.
sure.
Now it's obtainable.
But this is the
You know it's
question-
real.
Yeah.
This is the question I have for you though, because we're talking about it being the new form of currency.
It is. Mhm.
When does it become like, okay, now I'm a millionaire, but I just need that next million, and you're constantly chasing after bigger numbers? Like I've heard, if you've read any
That's a good
books by,
question.
billionaires, they always say like, well, when is enough enough? And they're like, just one more billion or
Yeah.
something, right?
Right,
I mean,
right. You think the first million was hard?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, I mean, when does that become a factor? Is that ever going to become a factor? Are you ever going to be like, okay, take a step back. Even though I'm making money off of this, I know this is really not what's important to me.
I think as long I do have monetary goals. I would be lying if I didn't. But out of the let's say the 100% of let's say reminders out of my phone, things that I'm trying to condition myself for.
Yeah.
Maybe 10% will be financially related.
Right.
Because I think.
Do you think that
You
goes
do
back
what
to
you
your-
love, money follows. Money doesn't lead, it follows.
Absolutely.
It follows what
Good
you're
point.
doing. So as
Good
long
point, yeah.
as long as you're doing what you need to do deliberately and you are passionate about it, money is not even going to be a main factor. And
Right.
you're essentially
As long as you don't give up, just don't quit.
The money you make is directly relative to the amount of value you add to the world.
My point.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. If you only make $1,000 a month,
Yeah.
you are only worth $1,000 a month.
Absolutely.
If you care, if your goal is to help people and help them thrive and succeed, you are going to by default make more money.
Yeah.
Because you are adding more value.
Well, that's the thing. Is you make a very good point, because if you want to increase your income, you need to become more valuable,
Absolutely.
and that's the way to look at it.
Just like last night's podcast.
Yep.
Vula.
Yep.
Yeah. Self-worth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Self-worth. Yeah. Exactly.
Huge. Yeah. That was a very good point there.
Yeah, for sure.
What I was going to say is I have no monetary gains, but I would also love to have the financial freedom. It's not,
He just wants the gains.
It's not the yeah,
gains.
Just gains in general.
Gains everywhere.
It's not the
Laundry detergent.
microphone gains.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just it's
He lives on Gainsborough.
What about patience? Because I know you and I have talked about this.
That's in London.
That is in London.
That is in
Good
London.
job.
Yeah.
We could do that all night long, probably.
This is what he
Gay
fucking does.
and something else.
I'm not gay. Nothing that is wrong with
No.
that. But,
No, there
Go
isn't
back to
anything, but it was just part of the pun.
Yeah.
Speaking of that pun, I was going to ask you to do something. I want you to do it.
Right now?
No, I want to do it later.
You want to do it later? Okay, let's.
Nothing. It's not on spot. It's nothing on spot.
God.
The income stuff. I just want to get back to that for a
Yeah, yeah.
second. Do you think that has to do with the past and being broke and being on welfare? Like, is that something that still sticks with you, that you're trying to never, like, it's like a safety net? You never want to be there
Ooh,
again.
That's a good question.
To be on
No?
Looking back at it now, there's a lot of beneficial things that happened for being on welfare.
Okay. Like what? Tell me about that.
Well, you realize what you definitely don't want.
Right.
You know?
Sure, fair enough. Yeah.
You're creating. You're in a situation. Sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to know you're never going to be there again.
Right. I
And,
agree.
Yeah. And then you might go halfway back, because life's kind of this. It's kind of
Right.
like a stock chart, right?
Right.
But I think it's important. Your failures are so important.
Yeah.
They're almost more important.
Yeah.
Because then there is no such thing as a failure.
Yeah, you
No.
lose
You
or
either
you learn.
You're either winning or you learn.
Yeah.
Right.
You're either lose or you learn.
No, you can lose or you can learn from that.
Yeah, right. You can. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you either win or learn.
Yeah.
You choose
Win or
either
learn.
to lose from it and keep it, or you
Right,
learn. That's what I meant.
precisely.
Yeah. Same
I
premise.
always say that there's no such thing as failure. It's just a need to modify your approach.
Absolutely.
That's good,
100%.
too.
Yeah,
That's good, too,
I like
yeah.
that.
And so, again, still a lesson. You learn.
Do you have a quote for us?
God, don't put me on the spot.
Okay, sorry.
What's your favorite quote?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I like big butts or anything like that. Like,
I know.
I like big butts and I cannot laugh.
Do you have a favorite quote you have?
Do you do any like personal development meditation or anything like that?
I actually just kind of started with that since I've been hanging around this crew.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're teaching too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really what I enjoy doing.
We're a
most,
crew now.
Is
You hear
like
that, though?
learning.
Yeah. Ooh, crew.
Learning and teaching. I think it's fucking awesome.
That's why I'm
and it's really
this person. Yeah.
And I was told this. I've been told this over and over again, but recently I've started sort of paying more attention to it. If you're ever having a bad day, start thinking about life is not happening to you, but life is happening for you.
Right.
Ooh, that's good.
And when you start thinking of it that way, and you realize, okay, this person just even walking down the street, I'm here to teach them something, or they're here to teach me something.
Right.
And everyone all of a sudden has value to your story.
Right.
Which is a really cool way of looking
I love
at
that.
things.
That reminds me, speaking of quotes, Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
He had I think it was Abraham Lincoln.
Who suffered from depression, by the way.
Did he actually?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
absolutely.
surprise me based off this, because he obviously changed.
Fucking beard.
Yeah.
He said, I don't like that person.
Right.
I must need to know him better.
Right.
I must get to know him better.
Oh,
Right.
that's really cool.
Right?
Too. That's
Yeah.
a really cool concept.
Right. If you hate somebody, you're just not understanding what they're going through, or there's something they can teach you.
Sure.
That'll
with
end
yourself,
that'll
too.
end hatred if we
Right.
could all just understand that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. So tell me this, man. How are you right now? We've talked about this. We kind of went down the spectrum here about A-list celebrities, B-list celebrities. You're like, if I'm being modest, maybe you're like a C.
I don't know. I
I
don't
know.
even want to label myself
I
as
know.
any type of a celebrity. It's weird just going down the street. We go to Grand Bend. I can't even eat food.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. So how are you handling
Weird.
it, though? Tell me about how you're handling it.
I love it.
You love it.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're
No.
good. You're good.
No,
with it.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Mainly because I feel like it's just another reward as far as financial.
Right.
It's just another avenue for somebody to say, hey, I appreciate your work.
Right.
And it's good to hear that. It's humbling.
That's
it's humbling
awesome.
as hell, man. It is.
Yeah.
It's very humbling.
And do you have any problems with the ego surfacing at times because of that?
Yeah, definitely. There's
Yeah.
challenges. There's challenges for sure. But I think whenever that comes up, it's just just double the meditation that day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Absolutely.
Because that's never going to go away. It's just
No.
managing it better, and obviously the more publicity you get, the more the more of that comes out.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
trying to stay grounded. Which back to my reminders.
Oh, yeah.
One of my reminders is stay centered. Be aware of the ego.
Yeah.
And so that goes off every day. And that's what's interesting about reminders is that oftentimes you'll find yourself in the middle of something where that comes up at the exact time that you needed it.
Sure.
Absolutely. And that's conditioning at its finest.
Now,
Absolutely.
Back to being grounded. You were in LA for a little bit, and did you find that a lot of people were being fake? A lot of fake characters, a lot of fake people.
I think wherever you go, you're going to run
Absolutely.
into
No, of
that.
course
I think in general you're going to find
LA,
that everywhere.
You think maybe in abundance because of people have their hopes and dreams to be on.
Well,
multimedia.
the difference with LA is
I
that you might come here and you're gonna every person that you're gonna talk to is gonna have a different profession.
Right.
They're gonna be very diverse. In LA, there's like 3.
When I was there, it was like
this.
Yeah, the way that it was described to me was everyone is a slash something.
Right.
Yeah. So everyone's
a slash something.
There's always a slash.
And the slash is either
writer.
actor, model, singer, dancer.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
those 4, and that's it.
They're all trying to make the piece of the pie.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So everybody's networking and connecting. Is some of it fraudulent? Sure.
Yeah.
But we've all done that.
Yeah.
We've
And
all done that. I mean,
absolutely.
But as long as it's done in I think a positive manner,
a healthy way.
Yeah,
if
healthy
you
way.
can,
Yeah.
If you can do it, right? I mean, there's a lot of unhealthy ways to do that. There's
Yeah.
a lot of a million unhealthy ways to go to Los
Tell
Angeles.
us some of the unhealthy ones like that you've been doing.
I feel like you guys are totally picking on me. I'm the only girl, I guess.
Don't be a victim. Fight back.
Yeah.
We got to pick on the pretty one.
But you must
why I always
actually
get picked on when
this
she's not
because
here.
you're trying to get into that right now.
How are
So-
you feeling with everything moving forward? Are you feeling optimistic? Are you
Very.
yeah?
Like probably more than I've ever been in my entire life.
Okay.
Like I would say like a few months ago I was starting to get to the point where I was like, like I'm 30 31. Actually, I'm 31 now.
You're 31?
Yeah, 31, turning 32. So I think I was at the point where I was like, oh my God, I'm 30. And like, I've been trying for this my whole life and I'm literally getting nowhere.
Right.
And then like, we did that video and things have just been like way better since then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's like, you finally get to that point where you almost want to give up and then finally you get a break.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that reminds me of my favorite picture in the world.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it where it's two guys mining? It's the same guy.
And they almost,
yeah.
and he stops and walks
The guy's
away.
got a sliver left, and he's walking the other way, and the other guy just keeps
Going
keeping
ham.
hacking away.
Going ham.
Yeah,
with that
and the
fucking
other
wall.
guy
Just-
had this much more to go
Just
before he
needed
hit
to
the
do one
reward.
more.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that's the key, right?
It's
Yeah.
tough. You have to keep pushing.
Yeah, it's a
tough sometimes,
cutthroat
you know what I mean?
industry for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe that for
One
sure.
of the more cutthroat industries.
Definitely. It's like
Yeah.
needle in a haystack. It's all about connections. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah,
you can be
sure.
the most talented person and have no connections and you're not going
Right.
to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's unfortunate actually.
Yeah, no, I believe that. And was there ever moments when you wanted to give up?
I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just, I didn't, you know what I mean? My goal was just to continue doing what I love to do and being creative
And growing.
and just growing in that sense. And just naturally things worked out in its favor because I'm just consistently challenging myself to be a better person, a nicer person,
Yeah.
a more humble person, calm. And then you just operate from a better standpoint. And then suddenly the universe is like, here you go.
Yeah.
Take this. You know what to do with it.
Yeah,
You know?
I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think that as soon as you're ready for things,
Yeah.
they will
Yeah.
start to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're not learning and you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to experience the same shit until
Right.
you learn it.
Like
And
you-
that's
even for us. This last month has been actually pretty crazy.
for podcasting.
Fucking everything.
Yeah.
Just everything is falling into place.
Things are starting to definitely-
fucking. Everything's all the puzzles are like matching. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
strange actually.
And it's not that there's a ton of money in podcasting, at
No.
least to my knowledge, but this is a
love it.
vehicle to so many other things. And I
Yeah.
get to sit here and learn what it took to get for you to kind of push through everything you've been through to get to this place where you are, where you're still telling me that it's all about mindset
Yeah.
and following your passion.
Attitude, man, makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I agree.
Would you say that you push yourself every day to do something that's uncomfortable?
Yeah, that's one that just got changed.
Did
Actually,
it?
I had that on there because
Am I psychic or something?
I don't know. Did you go through my phone?
Actually, I was
going
gonna,
on
I was
here,
gonna
man?
tell you he went through your phone. You were taking a pee.
Jeez, man, I literally just changed it like a week ago.
He was taking a dump.
No,
Let's
number
get-
3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Number
number
three,
three. Right.
That just
Yeah.
happened.
So, that's such an important thing to do.
Yeah.
Number 3?
Because life begins at the end of your comfort zone. That's where it
Absolutely.
begins. So you challenge yourself every day to do something weird. Or, if you're scared to do something, fucking do it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I know what you're thinking of. You're thinking something probably dirty.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
His mind just takes off.
No, no, it does not. It's fucking his mind that takes off. He's got a fucking sex and suicide podcast.
Yeah. Remember that man in the mirror we talked about?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're looking out the window.
MJ.
You're looking out the window.
MJ. It's funny.
Man, I wish you continued success. I think this has
Thanks,
been
man.
a fantastic ride for you so far. And I'm always here for you if there ever comes a tough time where you're getting beaten on by the media. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
And I just hope you continue to follow these reminders in your phone and always stay true to yourself, regardless of you keep rising up. You're going to get pulled in multiple directions. Stay true to you. Follow those passions. You can't go wrong.
I appreciate the hospitality, man. I speaking of that,
Yeah.
you said you had an extra room.
Yeah,
here.
you might be living
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
might be
thinking about
possible.
it?
If it's free.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be
Oh.
free. Yeah. It'll be
Did
free.
everybody hear that?
There's
Yeah.
actually a homeless shelter in the basement.
That's what it
It
is.
gets fucking weird at night.
Feels like
man.
home to me. Yeah.
Oh, you mean free financially?
Yeah.
I see. I thought you meant free available.
We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a question for him.
Yeah.
So recently, a local radio station did a kind of a pun video, and I'm a big fan of Tucker.
FM 96.
I'm a big fan
Yeah,
of
Taz
Taz
show.
and Taz.
Oh, I've
show.
seen this.
Yeah.
I seen that.
And it's actually
was good.
really
No, it was
creative.
good.
It was
It was
a good
good.
job, but it wasn't really puns. It was, but it wasn't really puns.
Well, they were like half puns. You could tell he probably wrote it fast, and
Yeah.
for how quick how much time he had to do that. He did a great job.
Yeah.
What they did is, I don't know if you heard this, but
He's
they,
Jim
they-
Kelly that did it.
Yeah, Jim Kelly. He's actually pretty funny. And they
Yeah.
did the cities in Ontario, and they told a story with it.
Oh, it's great.
But it's not quite what you did with the recent.
We
rapper
do it a little
video.
bit different. We
Yeah.
do it a little different.
What is it that you do differently? I'm just curious. Like what?
Let me I'm trying
Because
to
I
think
knew
of
there
one
was
that-
something. I knew there was something listening to that where I thought this is really cool. It's really creative. But I wonder what Dan thinks.
Yeah, no. So
He's a professional technically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're the
so-
king.
He is the
Yeah. Or the star, the pun star.
I always try. I always think like try not to stretch the word as much as and use as much of the word or all of it, or else I probably just throw it away. But for something like this where you're using just cities, it's a lot different. So my hat's off to
was good.
what he did.
Yeah.
I think it was what were we talking?
We said-
Delhi. It was Delhi.
Delhi. You said Delhi, and there was Woodstock.
No, well, for Delhi, he says we I don't know, we went to the beach and we got Delhi or something.
right, and it was
No,
just
it was
to
like
be
I got
high.
yeah.
But you're just using the word high. You
Right.
forgot Del, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
so in my mind, I want Del to be used so bad.
Right.
You know, so I'm just like I don't know. We went backstage at the music awards and we got a Del High or
Right,
something.
Adele,
It's a
like
story.
the singer.
The same,
Tell
whatever.
a story without that. It's still the same language.
But then again,
I see what you're saying.
I'm going to probably spend, if you spend more time on it, I'm sure he would come up with the same thing.
Right.
You guy's a genius. So.
Have you ever been invited to do any local radio shows, or have you gotten local love, or?
Yeah, there's been no.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
We
you're
had
getting it
this
here, buddy.
conversation.
Yeah, thanks, man. We had this conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, the local places are actually really bad for that.
Are you
To tell
finding?
the truth. I'm
Tell
not
us how you
gonna lie.
really feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, we're on a local show.
I know. Okay,
That all
no,
the
you're
locals are
great.
going to hear.
You're
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do another shot. And get
Well,
the fuck out of here.
I
Oh,
agree.
boy.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Savage over here, eh?
Yes,
Just savage. Fuck everybody.
I think that'll come. I think that like you're doing things that are just so new school. I don't think a lot of people that have that old school thought process really understand it, right? I mean,
That's very fair.
advanced.
You're an internet
advanced language.
internet sensation, really,
Yeah.
right? Like, can I say that?
Yeah, it feels weird.
It does feel weird,
But you're right.
and so
You're
yeah,
you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
From a statistical point of view.
absolutely.
And I'll still deny it. It's like weird when you say that. If my ego comes out, and I'm just like, yeah, But I don't. I just like
comment.
I'm a regular dude
The difference,
just
though,
is known by everyone.
But the thing is, as you know, I've had my 5 minutes of fame, we'll call it. Right?
Yeah.
And it felt weird to me because I wasn't the one that did anything really. I mean, sure, I got through the reality TV process, but you created everything your own. Like, you're in control of that, and no one can take that away from you,
Right.
really, as far as I know.
Unless it's
No,
Facebook.
no.
Unless you
Unless you put a dick pic on Facebook.
it wasn't. It was some sexual content. It wasn't. It wasn't just a dick pic. Now I have to explain.
yeah.
Now I
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
explain.
Yeah.
So Dan was supposed to come on Monday, and we were gonna play it off. We were gonna play this whole podcast off as but it was Canada Day, and then it was the U.S. Independence Day. So we just wanted to avoid the holidays. What really happened?
This is funny. This is fucking
This
funny.
is a podcast about being real.
It's
right?
funny. It's
Yeah.
a good story.
So a few weeks ago, it was my birthday, and I don't drink anymore. So a reward to myself was to see if I could slip something extremely dirty past the Facebook monitors, and I did.
You did.
Because this is a thing. When you have a podcast called Sex and Suicide, and you try to boost it, and I swear, we all swear, it's fucking uncensored. You can't boost posts that have swearing or sexual content.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's
Yeah,
extremely.
that's why we beep all
Right.
of our videos.
Yeah, so
Right.
it's extremely hard for me to promote things through this page. I have to kind of do it as organically as possible, or use some like fluffy puppy video and try to post that on, right?
Right.
Because I'm not going to get in trouble for that. So I didn't know the consequences, and I thought, I'm going to try to slip something by these fuckers. So I tried it, and I got the
You
boost.
tried to post a dick pic?
It wasn't
No.
a dick pic. It wasn't a dick
No.
pic. It was a.
She's like, where can I find it?
It was a Father's Day. It was. I used it as a
It was
Father's
a Father's
Day.
Day.
It was a Father's Dick. It was a guy on the tee of golf.
It was my dad's dick.
It was actually his dick. Yeah.
Actually.
And, yeah. So it was a guy on the teeing off on a golf course, on one of the holes in a golf course, and as he hits the ball, you hear this ting, but then it zooms into like a dick sort of slapping this girl across the face.
Yeah, I've seen
Right.
those.
And I realized after, I'm like, that's kind of degrading to women, but at the same time, I have to promote sexual, positive, consensual acts. And so if people are into that, fucking let them be into
Right,
it.
right.
This is about breaking stigma, right? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And then they followed through, and it was the golf again. So it was just like this, and then out.
Right.
So it got through the Facebook
was good.
monitors, and then after that, the ad went till it finished. I thought it was going to get pulled within a few hours. It went, and I put it up for 3 days over Father's Day. I said, take your dad golfing or something stupid like that.
Right.
And the guys were loving it, right?
That's pretty funny.
So they went for the whole weekend. And then this is over 2 weeks ago, and we're getting ready to do the podcast on Monday, and all of a sudden, boom, someone reported it.
Grounded.
And Facebook is like, you've lost your privileges for 24 hours. So I had to just delete the promotion I had just done the night before.
Right.
I was like, fuck, they got me.
The text I got.
It turns out I'm not smarter than Facebook.
It literally just took them
You were
like
for a
week
while.
later, though.
I was smart enough.
were for a
I
while.
guess I can kind of take, there's the ego, right?
Just-
I'm
yeah,
smarter
right.
than Facebook.
The algorithm just took a while to get to you. That's all it was.
But it got to me at the perfect timing. Right
Just
before.
to show you, make sure you never do this again. Sean.
Exactly.
They did that. They're like,
Yeah.
now,
So
motherfucker.
I was in Facebook jail for 24 hours,
Yeah.
and I learned my lesson.
The sin bin.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
So no more trying to post sexual content that's too graphic.
Right.
I'm not going to completely.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
But bad enough, clearly.
I had a few complaints though from women saying, and I understand it. Like
For
women,
sure, I get it. But
Yeah,
it's,
that have
it's
been
still,
through.
You see worse on Facebook.
I'm not
anyways.
gonna laugh. I'm not gonna
Lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna laugh. No, I laugh when I
Yeah.
see shit like that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
But the majority of internet, they
It's just
don't.
a joke, right?
We
It's
had-
not meant to be taken serious.
Ever been a live
we
leak?
almost got reported, but we didn't get shut down. We had this one picture. It's a famous picture of this really overweight dude.
Okay.
That's on the couch and he's naked. You can't see anything because his stomach's covered.
Right.
And he's got grapes.
Okay.
Right. And he's just like making this hilarious face. And then we just put tag. I don't forget what it was. It was like tag Emma. He's looking for her.
Okay.
Right, and then I did it on one page and then a different
That's
week, but
you
like
guys.
tag Sarah, he's looking for you or something, right?
Yeah.
And this was actually one of our biggest posts ever.
Really?
One of our biggest posts.
Really?
It's
Because
huge.
everyone's named Emma or Sarah.
Or Sarah.
Yeah.
So we looked up the top names, right, of
Right.
emails.
Right.
And then, so we put that in there. And
Yeah.
But see, how do you think of this shit?
Yeah,
Like,
everyone has a friend named Emma or Sarah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. That's
Well, it's just you write down, you brainstorm, man. We
Yeah.
just brainstorm so many ideas, and we're like, what could work? And some
one-
fail, some flop. But the ones
Absolutely.
that kill, that's all. That's all it takes.
That's all you need.
That's why I think
Yeah.
a lot of people are afraid to put out content because they just fear failure. But just put out everything, and
everything.
something will hit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that one hit. It was almost as big as our spontaneous puns video.
Wow.
That
I didn't know
picture.
that.
Yeah, it was
And
huge.
Did you even create the picture, or is it just something
I
that you
made the picture. I can see if I can find it here.
You must
Yeah.
have.
I
Can
obviously
we
I
tag
didn't
it?
take
Can
a
we put it at the bottom?
Sure,
of it?
yeah,
Put it at the bottom of the podcast.
We didn't. Obviously, I didn't take the picture of the guy.
Right.
I just remember
Sure,
that
Dan.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's my dad. No,
So we're
so
talking about my dad's dick.
I'm gonna look for it here.
Dad, I'm sorry.
But it's
Enjoy your vacation.
Is he away right now?
Yeah, he's in the States.
we just found the picture and thought, you see these online. Tag a guy, put at and then D.
Right.
I get tagged in this all the time. It's like Dan Shaba has to buy you Starbucks or whatever. You get tagged in these, right?
Right.
Don't you, like,
Yeah.
No,
You're not important enough.
I just don't want to
Not
buy.
quite there yet. Not quite
I don't want to
there
buy
yet.
anybody Starbucks anyways.
No, but it's just
Fuck your shit.
This is a very common thing online where just anybody gets tagged. They just
Yeah.
find the first person that's named that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And so I just thought, let's make our own, and because I thought it'd be a good idea.
And what did they get? Anything?
This was it right here. I'm looking for Emma. Can you please tag her? And this was just on my page at the time when there was nothing, and there's 110,000 comments.
110,000 comments.
110,000 comments on that, but that's nothing in compared to the Pun Guys one. I think there's like 500,000 comments on
That's
that.
bananas.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
unreal.
I want to see it.
Yeah. That's,
Or do I want to see it?
your
Do I
help.
want to
we
see
could
it?
we could put it up.
Your hands,
So
you're grabbing for
He
it.
needs your help.
So did they?
Oh, with grapes.
Were they offended? Like you're
Go
making?
put that close to the camera so they can see.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I walk in this?
Yeah, but take the headphones off, maybe.
Oh yeah.
No, you good. Just give me room here.
You'll be all right. You should have enough.
Oh, whatever.
And give a good close up of your face.
Like here?
Yeah, in that
Your,
in that
face.
one and in that.
Can you see
Cameras take time to focus.
Hey, you gotta move it. Stop moving it. God damn it, woman.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, do that. There you go.
Hey,
White?
I got a better idea. I'm just gonna go look at what she's showing.
Yeah, that might work too.
Yeah.
Your dick.
Okay,
You
now
know-
that they're both gone.
You know, we could just put this at the bottom, but I'm gonna let you guys chase whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted them to leave, man.
So what's next for you, man? What's the next move?
Just more content, man. More content and potential TV show.
Yeah.
That's what we're working on right now.
Yeah?
I think
Does it matter?
A few different avenues.
Yeah.
A few different avenues that we're taking, and we'll see what happens.
Does it matter with TV though now? Correct me if I'm wrong, but do you not think that TV within the next 5-10 years is just going to be
100%? So there's certain networks that still get incredible
viewership,
publicity. Yeah, right. like a show like Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah,
you ever seen that with Rob
it.
Dyrdek?
Yeah.
You were on that.
I was on that show.
Really cool.
Yeah, that
man.
was fantastic. And so there's networks like that are still flourishing, but you're right. There's going to be a point in time where that's going to die.
Yeah.
And they're going to move to online. So I'd rather get in that now.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you'd rather get. Sorry, continue.
We'll just
Are you
work with them
bringing out
now.
that tequila again? I see
He's
you like
looking- he's
slowly
look- he
like
wanted-
bringing
Brandon
it out.
was.
Brandon,
How do you pronounce that, anyways?
Saza, right?
It's tequila.
it's just
Tequila.
Saza.
Tequila.
it's just
Sorry,
yeah,
could
it's
you
just
either-
cheap tequila.
Tell your story about ridiculousness because I want to.
No, it was just a really good. It was just a good episode. You have to go watch.
How did you
it.
end up on there? How did you end up on that show?
Well, so it's actually a long story on how. I actually shouldn't say.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I actually shouldn't say.
Tequila
I'll
time.
tell you guys after how people get on these types of shows.
Oh, really? Is this like a little way? Like,
Yeah, there's a way to do it. There's a way to
Okay.
do it, and anybody that does it will get mad if I share it with everybody.
Fair
so I'm
enough.
not going to do it.
Oh,
I
wow,
get it.
okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
That's
That's
when you guys come to LA, we'll go to all those shows. And
I'm coming to
Yeah.
LA with you. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding.
yeah, we'll do
I'm
it.
also coming. To
We'll all go.
One-way ticket for this
right?
one.
Like, I am not coming back
Right,
here.
right.
Two tickets to
hilarious.
paradise.
That was an awesome show, by the way.
I don't
I
know
love
what
how
that
you
was.
just like
Yeah.
snuck that in there, Brandon.
Paradise Hotel, right?
It's like,
What?
surprise.
You don't want any?
Have a little bit.
Why don't you
Are
have
you
a
doing
little
your?
bit?
Are you doing
I
your shot
actually
of
have
water?
a question
Because
for
he's-
all of you.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
This is
Okay.
good.
So
Let's do
like
this.
since we're all guys here and we were just talking about like dick
We're
pics
all
and
guys
stuff.
here?
Wait a minute,
But sorry,
time out.
you guys are you're all guys and I'm like
You're a
looking
guy?
at-
What
No.
just happened?
What is
say.
going on right now?
Surgery is getting incredible.
Right.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I meant. I'm just wondering what the fuck is up with like getting random dick pics.
I couldn't tell you. I think
I don't
that's
know. I get them all the time.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with
Like
you right
and
now.
soft dick pics.
Soft. You're getting soft.
Soft dick pics. Like why? I'm like, oh,
No one
I'm
wants to see a soft dick.
Someone's like,
ever.
"Do you want to see my dick?" I'm
like
like, "No,
seeing my
not
dick
really."
And they send a
And then
soft,
he
floppy
sends me
wiener.
a soft floppy dick, and I was like, I don't want to see that shit.
I don't know. I don't send them. I think they're
Right?
fucking. I think you're terrible.
I mean, it's one thing if you're
never
dating.
Sent one. I've never
Yeah.
sent one. I've
No.
never sent one. Especially now.
Send
Can't
me
send
a
one.
dick pic.
I got one yesterday. What are you talking about?
Yeah. The truth is, if I'm being honest,
Yeah.
I've got dick pics.
So have I.
Yeah, like why?
That's insane.
It is insane. It
Why?
honestly.
I don't want your fame.
It's no. I know.
I take it back.
You can keep it.
So
Yeah.
have I.
I don't
I'm not,
get it.
I'm not gonna lie. When there was an extremely like attractive. I can remember one in Chicago that sent me these really graphic pictures with literally fingers inside. And
I
she
thought you were
was-
talking about a guy for a
That's
moment.
what
I
I
was
thought
like,
he-
you know what? That's
No.
okay.
I don't know.
You
If
can
this is
admit
what we
a nice
wanted,
looking dick, but
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like, this
say-
really attractive dude that I saw, and I have to admit, I wanted him to send me one.
Yeah. Now there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey man,
But-
Right.
let's be real. Like Ryan Reynolds or something like that. I'm like, okay, I'll take a dick pic.
Right?
Man crush.
Sure.
Leo
Yeah.
DiCaprio,
But I'm too
I
big.
take that
yeah,
shit.
but
You
I'm
can
too
send me
big
a
of a
dick
guy.
pic anytime.
I'd have to like hold him down and like
Leo
make
DiCaprio.
him let me. I'd have to hold him down.
What's this?
I'd have to give me a hand job, like hold him down. He wouldn't let. I'd be like, I'm doing this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can't tell you.
Right?
I think that I think it's really violating. Like a lot of
That's.
the stuff,
I don't like it. It's terrible.
lot
It's
of
like
the
you
stuff-
think it's gonna be something normal, and then all of a sudden it's like dick pic.
Well, when does the
What does it do?
how is that any different than consent? Right? Like I
That's
mean,
a good point.
That's
a
something that
very
I'm
good
very
point.
very strong about is making sure that you have consent and making sure people know what it is. But if you can randomly just send dick pics out and people like it's
Yeah,
violating.
like why?
It is, yeah.
I didn't
I
ask
like
to
wake
see
up in
this.
the morning and I'm like opening my Snapchat. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I would
Did not
understand.
So hold
wake
on,
up
you
like
need
this.
consent to send the picture?
No, I think
It's like you consent this until you have consent.
See,
You can't send this.
15 fucking years of this shit,
I was
and then
wondering
he
what
got
the-
famous.
I was wondering what the wheels were turning.
Always. It
Yeah.
always is. We walk and I'll say like, "Hey, let's go to the grocery store." He's like, "No, no." I'm like, "Motherfucker, give me a break."
So how old are you really? Because you said 50 years. You said you've
I said
1,000
1,000.
years. 1,000.
I'm 1,000 in
I
wisdom.
said 15.
1,000 in wisdom.
I said 15.
Oh, did you say 15?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you said 50.
You've known me for 15.
Yeah, no, for 15. But like he's been doing it for 15 years, literally.
Yeah.
Like it's and he's so good at it, he doesn't realize he's doing it. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking
Yeah,
about?
he is.
Yeah.
He literally was like so fast.
Like people for his
Yeah.
sake, you guys don't realize like if you watch the spontaneous they're actually that fast. He doesn't
Yeah.
that fast.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
quick. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Are you
It
that
blows
quick
my
in bed
mind.
too?
What's that?
Are you that quick in bed too?
No.
No?
Take my time.
You do. That's what the meditation comes in. Breathing.
Yeah.
What's
Breathe
wrong?
at the same time.
I'm done. Sorry.
Yeah. Do we want to do this?
No,
I've been
you don't have
holding
to
it for like the last 5 minutes.
Oh, there was more going.
So you're not quick in bed.
Huh?
5 minutes. You hold it for
5 minutes. 5 minutes is pretty good these days, I think.
We're gonna have the H2O, Sean.
I'm gonna have the H2O. Yeah.
There we go.
Dick pics. To dick pics.
To dick pics.
Oh man.
Oh.
I think I just used
Don't put hair in your dick.
someone's glass that had tequila in it at some point.
No way.
Oh,
Little taste.
Oh, the
Mine
train's
did
off the
taste
rails.
like there was water in it.
Did it
Chase
at
it
one
back.
point?
Chase it back
It was
right now.
disgusting.
I'm good.
No, I don't want you to have the taste in your mouth.
It doesn't mean I'm gonna. Oh my god! As soon as it hit
oh
your
my
lips.
God, wow, that hurt your elbow.
No,
Don't be such a puss.
No, I thought I was gonna break it.
Funny bone?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't funny
It
at
literally like touches elbow. He's like, oh my God.
So
I have replay, dummy.
you had some stuff you want to talk to. Is there anything else you wanted to address with Daniel? Is here?
Not really. Like,
No.
there's a few things.
Not
really. Like a South Park character. Like,
Yeah. What about you? Anything that you want to bring up, talk about?
You think you're artistic?
I think you're autistic.
You won't do it. will
Yeah.
you?
No, we can't do that.
Yes, you
That's
can.
rude. That's mean.
No, it's not. No,
It's rude. It's
That
mean.
verse is rude.
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The
What?
tequila's starting to sink in a little bit here.
No,
Yeah,
I-
he's
I-
talking a little.
I've been asking him to do this verse for every time.
Tequila
Okay.
over here.
Is there anything? What would be? Give me your last message here, because I appreciate you sharing your story. I know we all want to go for a swim. We all want to cool down. It's hot as fucking here.
So hot in here.
Like, you owe me a picture.
It looks like I owe you about 20 minutes of likes. Is that what I do?
22 of likes?
20. You want?
I'm
You
not
want
doing
me?
it.
Well,
Just don't like all his shit.
Yeah. You
I have
gotta
to
do
sit there. I
that.
have to sit
Right.
there. Yeah, go
What I
ahead.
want you to do is answer 22 for every minute we go over. You have to answer one message
One message
from in my inbox.
in your inbox.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
Okay. You're over,
I love them. I
You're
just can't get
overfilled.
to everybody, and then I
feel
get
bad.
People get
Yeah.
angry.
He
at
feels
me.
bad. The rest of
Yeah,
the night.
people do get angry at you if
They
you
get
don't
angry?
respond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck them if
that's-
they get angry.
I have people calling me at like all hours of the day from Facebook, because you know how like you can call people now through Facebook
Yeah. People call you
all the time.
like
Nobody
friends or
calls
no,
strangers.
strangers.
Strangers
I
can
have,
call you.
yeah, I
gotta
can't
be
even
weird.
pronounce their name. I had someone leave me a message on my phone the other day that was like, "Hello, my number is 01
Really?
0," and then he just stopped and like didn't finish the rest of the number.
Oh, that was me.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, all
Was in
through the night.
India.
Like I
I
have
was
to like
drinking.
turn my phone on like do not disturb
Zero.
now because I don't know how to turn it off.
Fuck, man, to be a pretty girl in today's world,
Right.
like it's
It's
fucking
a
harassing.
hassle. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Sorry.
Can you not
Sorry about
adjust your settings?
Right, I
somehow?
know, and I've looked it up online, and it says there's no way that you can turn that off, and I feel it's kind of invading my privacy to have people
Absolutely.
who I don't even know
Yeah.
calling me all
Wow,
the
I never thought of
time.
that,
Is there
actually.
even such a thing as privacy? In
But I
there?
think you have some of your settings. We were talking about this before. Anybody can post on your
Right.
timeline too. You
Yeah,
can
so
fix
maybe
all
I
that.
need to but I have like put myself to offline all the time so they can't see when I'm online, and I've tried to like turn off calling on my computer,
Yeah.
but they can still call my cell phone.
We'll take a look at it.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it after.
all night long.
There's
All night long.
Zuckerberg would not. Yeah, there
Just
we
show
go.
me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking leave
I
this.
She adds the vibrato in there. Like, let me show you
I
how
like
it's done.
that. I like that. You guys, on that note, you guys want to sing us out?
What are we gonna sing?
Yeah.
What were you
some-
singing? Or you were singing something.
I don't know the
earlier.
words to that one though.
Hey, before we close up shop, could you guys sing and could we get a little rap going to it?
You want to rap?
Yeah.
A rap to the singing?
Yeah. No.
Well, no, you can't rap to
As
the
I walk
singing.
through the
Okay,
valley
what-
of the shadow of death, I take a look at my.
What about she's doing a rap? That's good.
What if we did this? What if we saw if there was anyone watching and they requested something? Could
There's
we do-
not though.
No, that's true.
No one's watching this.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
For freestyles.
Okay.
So
all right. Well,
tough.
what can
No,
what can
not
we go,
to not maybe not to freestyle.
what can we go out to? Something. Show us some skill set. Let's.
A skill set.
Hello.
You wanted them to sing.
me.
While they sing, I'll think of something.
I was
Okay, you guys-
wondering.
Okay,
She's
sing.
better than me.
All right, I want you to sing your favorite song right now.
My favorite song?
Yeah, on
Oh
the
my
spot.
god, that's so hard though.
Okay, well,
You said that really aggressively.
That is really hard.
is that what it sounds like? All right.
I need to. Can we all sing along to
Ain't
something?
no sunshine when she's gone.
I don't. Do you know something? You know the words to?
I know. I'm trying to think.
Only
Think of
darkness every day.
I don't know the rest.
Oh, do you know
Ain't
rap
no
yet? We've had
sunshine
enough
when
time.
she's gone. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. They're messing up, so I can mess up.
You can mess
I'm
up.
like 4 shots of tequila in. I can hardly speak as it is.
I did the
Absolutely.
same amount of tequila, and I'm singing there. Fucking call me.
You know, I'm actually sitting here trying to go through lyrics in my mind that I like never released.
It's hard
the
on
entire
the
time
spot.
I'm trying not to pass out.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah.
be put on the spot.
Yeah.
I can sing
No,
pumped
no,
up
I-
kicks like a boss.
No, do it.
Yeah.
I love that song.
This isn't a singing. This isn't karaoke.
This is.
It
It's
can
not?
be though. It could. Be.
I don't know why we're not. I like singing. I like karaoke. I'd love to hear your voice. Love to hear you rap.
Okay, here. Let me think.
Do that verse for me.
We can do like a
No,
background.
I have something else. I think I don't know if I've ever released.
Okay.
fucking-
maybe you've never.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if I remember it all though.
That's okay. If you
so
fuck up,
we'll
it's
go there.
This is the place to fuck up and make mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the uncomfortable moment.
This is
right?
the uncomfortable moment.
This is
This is the house
Step
that
out of your
shit built.
comfort zone.
right. So the old hood that we grew up in, we would call Blaze Line.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's Blaze Line, baby. The show has begun. London's won, so a bunch of y'all are locally done. I like to talk shit. I'm totally blunt, but I'm not a backstabber. I go for the front. Right? You don't even get it.
I do get it.
Okay.
I know.
Hold on. I'm not a
thought you were
backstabber.
gonna continue going.
I go for the front. Now I fucked it up.
That's okay.
That's good,
Hold
though.
on. I'm not a backstabber. I go for the front.
You think yeah?
All I'm doing is fucking songs. Look how many tracks I've laid. I got like 50 at your way. And I can see that. You already hating P's ass. Your girl came back home with a rash on her kneecaps. The P grew up fast. I said peace to school. Now look, make more cash than my teachers do. Look, fuck this book. I won't read it. The only thing that school taught me is I don't need it.
He's fucking. Dude,
That's awesome,
he's
man.
Right.
There's
There's
you don't realize how good you are.
There's a
man.
forest
Yeah.
full of rappers. And I'm coming on the hunt. And I'm going to cut up each and every one of them until they stumped. Don't want to battle when to step in the spot. You're better off in Iraq, because I wreck when I rock.
I want to rock right now.
I haven't.
Remember that?
wanna rock
Yeah, I want to rock
Remember
right
we did
now.
that at the co-op show? We did that. I recorded
I
that
want to
shit,
rock
yeah.
right now.
Now.
That's
That's
so
so
funny.
sick, man. He did a freestyle over the that beat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Wow,
wicked
I haven't rapped
beat. You think
since the rapper puns. I haven't even
Really?
like tried.
I just got an album. I would like to say.
You have an
Yeah,
album?
well,
No, I have his. I just got his album.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's really
my
honestly.
only copy.
Hey.
Your only copy.
Hey, no,
I
you
only
have that
copy.
more. You have
I
a
don't know
box.
where they are.
He's a box. Well, I need
It
one
is
'cause
like
mine-
amazing.
Yeah, I want one of
honestly,
those too.
like
I want
you,
one of
I don't
those
even
too.
like skip
Yeah,
through
I'll
songs.
get you one.
They're so good.
right.
Seriously.
The professor.
Well, listen, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't know about you, but I'm hot as fuck. I want to go
Go
swim.
I'm
swimming.
sweating.
Message.
Do it.
Message.
Jesus
That's gonna clip.
Final message for people out there that want to do something just like Dan Shaba. What do you tell them?
Just do the thing.
Don't give up.
There's something right now. There's something right now that you're thinking about as that question was even asked. It popped up.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when that comes up, we even just want to get rid of it because it's like the thought of it is so uncomfortable. Whatever that is, that's what you need to do. And you need to do it now. Do it now. When would now be a good time? Do it now.
That's awesome.
Well
I
played.
love that. When would now be a good time?
When would now be a good time?
Where
Tony
you-
Robbins.
There you go. There
The
you go,
best.
guys.
The tallest man alive.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in to the Sex
Yeah,
and
thanks,
Suicide
guys.
podcast. This was a sort of a mindset. It's not Mental Health and Motivation Monday. Now you know why it's on Thursday.
Right.
So, man,
Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty.
Thursday.
Yeah,
There
there we go.
There it is.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thursday.
I look forward to talking more with you off the air as
I
usual.
appreciate that.
Thank you to my co-host Brandon
My hands are
Ferris.
sweaty.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We forgot to do the high five. Well, this is what we
Like
do.
mutual
High
high
five.
five.
Put 'em up.
Everybody
Can we
up
all
here?
do
Pull them up. There we go.
There
There
we
we go.
go.
Awesome.
There we go,
Perfect. Yeah.
Good work, guys.
And Tiff, thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
thank you so much for having me.
It was awesome to have all three of you here. We'll put a link to
that
the
was cool.
video
Did
and
not know that.
yeah,
For sure.
It surprised me.
Who wants to
Yeah.
have 6 with me?
there you go.
6 and suicide.
You just
Your
had
Your,
it.
lap,
Yeah.
your iPad just broke.
Yeah, and then once somebody has sex with you, you're gonna want to commit suicide.
What?
bad joke,
I'm
but
just
I love
kidding.
it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, and we will see you again on I guess Sunday for the mental
far
health.
Sundays.
Speaking of suicide, we're going back into the mental health talks on Sunday. So
Complete
we'll see
joke.
you guys. Complete joke. Absolutely.
Complete joke.
I had a blast.
Delete that part.
Wait
if
a
anything.
minute.
No, it was funny. It was
was
no, never.
fine.
Comedy's always funny. It's always the
Yeah.
intention. It's not the fucking result.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
How do you end the show properly? Because
Right
no
now.
one's gonna actually click the button.
Right?
I have to go around.
We're doing it.
I
You
have to,
go
like-
around.
We're doing it.
Do the reach around?
Okay.
Actually,
You're like, and good night, and then it's gonna be like, okay, now
we're gonna send
turn around.
Tiff around to kind of do a little trot
so
towards the
see ya.
camera.
Yeah.
And
Good afternoon. Good
she
evening.
has
Good
to, as she walks close to the camera, 6, 6.
Yeah,
6.
there you go.
Okay, go.
And then reach around and press it. Post.
Oh, you're gonna give a reach around to the iPad.
What? Oh, I have to push the post button in my action.
It's okay. Do you want to? I think you should
Just hit the close button.
get up and do a little twirl while I turn the cameras off.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much, guys.